Scrolling through your feed, liking posts, sharing moments. I mean, how much of your day, your week, your life is actually spent immersed in that digital world? And then when you finally log off, do you feel genuinely connected or just sort of worn out? It's a strange feeling, right? Digital fatigue bumping up against this really deep human need for connection. It's a huge modern dilemma we're all facing.
It absolutely is. And today, in this deep dive, we're really going to dissect the very intricate ways social media is shaping our closest bonds. Friendships, family dynamics, romantic relationships. We'll explore the promise of connection it holds out, but also the pitfalls like comparison and the conflicts it can, frankly, ignite. Our mission here is to uncover the psychological truths, the health aspects, the social realities behind our everyday clicks and scrolls.
Okay, let's unpack this straight away then. Just how pervasive is social media? I mean, back in 2005, it was what? Only about 5% of American adults using these things? Yeah. And today, we're talking nearly 7 in 10. And that's without counting YouTube. Even, look at this, 37% of folks age 65 and older are active now. It's just completely woven into daily life.
That explosion isn't just a fad, though. It really speaks to its fundamental appeal and its evolving role in how we function socially. People flock to social media for some pretty vital reasons. It's become this, almost indispensable tool for staying in touch with friends, with family, reconnecting with old acquaintances. And for teenagers, it's particularly critical, forming friendships, even romantic relationships. It's a big part of their social development now. But its use goes way beyond just personal chats. We see it used for civic engagement, sharing important health info, science news, managing family logistics, even getting the news. It's now just as common to get news there as going straight to a news site. And what's really interesting psychologically is that research has found measurable links between using social media and things like higher levels of trust, having more close friends, and feeling more social support. It's almost becoming a social utility, actually helping build what we call social capital.
That's a powerful idea, social capital. But, okay, what about distance? That brings us to something really fascinating. Long-distance relationships. Social media seems to have totally revolutionized how people handle those connections. Did you know, between 25 to 50% of college students are in a long-distance relationship at any given time?
That's a huge number.
Yeah, and something like 75% will experience one during college. Social media has made these relationships just far more doable, right?
It really has. It offers these specific, almost tailored ways to bridge the physical gap. Private communication is key. So we're talking private messages, sharing photos, little video clips on Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp, things like that.
Everyday stuff.
Exactly. Keeps you in daily contact, makes the distance feel, less distant. I remember reading a quote from someone in a study. They said, "I can see what you're seeing, and I feel more connected to you in your life." That desire to see each other's faces, maybe through video calls or just quick picture messages, it helps simulate being together. Super important when schedules are packed. And it's not just direct messages. Couples often share external stuff, to spark conversation, keep things fresh.
Like what?
Oh, anything. Funny memes or GIFs to lighten the mood, sending songs that mean something, or even just little updates. Here's what I had for lunch.
Right, the mundane things that make you feel part of their day.
Precisely. It helps partners feel more a part of here. Even sharing things about the future, like wedding ideas, signals commitment. Public posts, too, on Instagram, maybe, for anniversaries or birthdays, though sometimes not posting is actually a sign of respect for privacy.
Interesting.
And couples even make an effort for, synchronous stuff across time zones, watching a movie together, that sort of thing, trying to make the distance less impactful.
So, the big picture here. Social media isn't just a tool for staying in touch across miles. It's almost like it's custom-fitting intimacy for these situations. It lets relationships thrive in ways that were honestly pretty much impossible not that long ago. A real lifeline.
But now, let's pivot. Because there's another side to this coin, right? When that digital embrace starts to feel more like a digital divide. While social media connects us in these undeniable ways, it also brings some major anxieties. You look at the studies, and it's staggering. Something like 91% of Americans feel they've lost control over their personal information online.
Wow, 91%.
Yeah, and 80% of users worry about advertisers getting their data. Only a tiny fraction, like 9%, feel very confident that companies can actually protect their info. It creates this deep paradox.
Totally. We crave the connection, we rely on these platforms, but we're deeply suspicious of them at the same time. And it's not just about privacy, is it?
Not at all. The social and psychological downsides spread further. Think about trust in information. Only 5% of users trust what they read on social media a lot.
That's incredibly low.
It is. And many users report feeling harassed online. Remember, during the 2016 election, nearly 40% of users felt just worn out by all the political stuff. They found online political talk less respectful, less civil, less informative than talking offline.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling.
And it leads to behaviors like, ignoring people, blocking them, unfriending, which can actually fragment our connections even more and definitely impacts mental well-being.
That digital exhaustion is so real. Okay, but what about the comparison trap? That seems like a huge one, especially for romantic relationships.
Oh, it's a significant mental health issue. Absolutely. Seemingly harmless things, right? A like on someone's photo, a comment.
Yeah.
It can trigger real insecurity, real doubt in your own relationship. You're constantly exposed to these, let's be honest, perfectly manipulated profiles, these curated highlight reels.
The highlight reel effect.
Exactly. And it creates totally unrealistic standards and pressures, not just for you as an individual, but for your relationship too. Research has actually found a negative link between something called social media intrusion, which is basically how much social media kind of takes over your thoughts and time, and how satisfied people are in their relationships.
So the more it intrudes,
the less satisfied people tend to be. And it often comes directly from comparing your own life, your own partner, your own relationship moments to these idealized, often fake, online versions. It's like everyone else's life is a constant stream of amazing moments, which can make your own normal, everyday life feel a bit lackluster.
You absolutely nailed it. It's like seeing a friend post about some amazing gift or a glamorous vacation. Even if you're genuinely happy for them, there's that little voice, right?
Yeah.
That subtle comparison that can chip away at your satisfaction with your own partner or your own life. That digital window, it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Psychologically tricky.
And then there's another insidious thing, phubbing.
Phubbing.
Right.
Snubbing someone for your phone.
Precisely. The term was coined back in, I think, 2012. It describes prioritizing your smartphone over the person right in front of you. And it's more than just being rude. It actively undermines mental health and relationship quality. And that's across the board, friends, family, colleagues, and especially romantic partners. It's even been linked to things like increased aggression in romantic relationships.
Really? Aggression?
Yeah. For the person being phubbed, it triggers feelings of being excluded, stressed out, less valued, like the other person just isn't interested. And the reasons people do it, well, could be smartphone addiction, FOMO, the fear of missing out, maybe social anxiety, using the phone as a crutch, or sometimes just boredom.
So let's just picture that. It's not just about how much time you spend scrolling overall. It's those specific moments. Your partner's right there talking to you, but mentally they're checked out scrolling through Instagram. It creates this emotional distance, doesn't it? Impairs communication, erodes trust, intimacy suffers.
Definitely. And combating it requires some conscious effort, some concrete strategies for better relational health. We need to actively prioritize face-to-face time, like really engage, make eye contact, put the phone down. Setting up clear, phone-free zones can be super helpful. The dinner table, the bedroom, making those sacred spaces, turning off notifications helps reduce the temptation. Maybe setting specific times just for checking your phone rather than constant dipping in and out.
Yeah.
Honestly, just becoming conscious of your own device use is probably the biggest first step towards healthier digital habits. Now let's shift focus a bit to the adolescent digital world. This is where connections and conflicts often really collide, especially within families. Social media addiction is a serious concern for teenagers. We define it as, obsessive and intemperate use that starts negatively impacting their relationships, schoolwork, their mental health.
And teens are particularly vulnerable, right?
They are. Developmentally, they're dealing with intense peer pressure. They're exploring their identity. And let's face it, the platforms are designed to be addictive. Those likes, the notifications, they're little dopamine hits keeping them hooked.
So what does this mean practically for families? How does this deep digital immersion affect the family unit itself, not just the teen?
Well, recent research paints a pretty clear picture. There's a significant positive correlation found between social media addiction in teens and family problems.
Meaning?
meaning as addiction levels go up, family problems tend to increase too. More conflict, communication breakdowns, less family closeness or cohesion. Think about it. Excessive use encroaches upon adolescents' time and attention, as one study put it. It pulls them away from meaningful family interactions, from bonding.
Right.
It disrupts family routines, cuts down on face-to-face chat, and often leads to arguments over screen time. It puts a real strain on the whole household emotional well-being. And this leads us to the role of parents, which is absolutely crucial here. Parenting styles make a difference. For example, what we call authoritative parenting being nurturing, responsive, but also setting clear boundaries and expectations. That style is generally linked to better outcomes for kids, including better mental health.
So, warm but firm.
Kind of, yeah. Explaining the why behind rules, listening to them, offering support. And it's also worth noting, parents' own social media habits can indirectly affect their kids' well-being, just through how it impacts family communication or potential conflicts. Kids pick up on our habits.
That really underlines it, doesn't it? It's so important for parents to try and model healthy tech use themselves, and also just create space for open conversations about it all. It's not just about laying down rules, it's about building understanding and trust, supporting their mental health through it all.
It's exactly right. Proactive steps are key. Promoting balanced screen time, really encouraging offline activities and hobbies that build real-world skills and connections.
Yeah.
And also, trying to address any underlying issues. Sometimes excessive social media use is masking things like stress, anxiety, or low self-esteem. Got to treat the root cause.
Okay, now let's venture into territory that feels almost science fiction, but it's happening now. What happens when the tech isn't just the place we interact, but the partner we interact with? We're seeing the rise of AI companions, machines designed to fill roles traditionally held by humans.
This is really the next frontier, isn't it? Redefining companionship, challenging our whole psychological understanding of relationships. We've got examples like Replica, that's an AI chatbot built for emotional support. It learns over time, offers personalized, kind of empathetic responses. Then there's Gatebox, which is wild. It's a holographic AI avatar aimed at people living alone and sends messages, controls smart home stuff, creates a sense of presence. And then, more controversially, things like Harmony by RealDoll. That combines AI with a very lifelike robot for, well, romance and physical companionship.
Wow.
The psychological pull is understandable, though. These things offer a semblance of connection when real-world loneliness is rising. They offer convenience, control. They're always available. No messy human emotions. You can switch them off.
Yeah, the control aspect is interesting.
And crucially, AI is getting better at simulating human interaction, remembering past chats, showing empathy. It makes them surprisingly appealing social partners for some.
It's a truly fascinating development, but
Yeah.
are we really ready for the psychological fallout? Forming deep bonds with something that ultimately can't feel, can't genuinely understand emotion? Could this just lead to more social isolation? People preferring the easy AI relationship over complex human ones?
That is the massive question hanging over all of this.
Yeah.
It has these dual possibilities, doesn't it? On one side, maybe AI companions could be a sort of bridge to better emotional health, a safe space to talk, non-judgmental, maybe even a stepping stone for people to practice social skills before trying them out with real humans, possibly. But the ethical and psychological worries are huge.
Yeah.
What does it mean to form deep attachments to something without genuine consciousness or feelings? It forces us to question our basic ideas of companionship, of love, even what it means to be human. We already seen some younger people using AI as a kind of practice space for socializing. But yeah, the risk is there that people might start to prefer the predictability, the lack of judgment from AI, and pull back even further from real-world connections. So, summing up our journey today, it's clear social media is this incredibly powerful, complex force in our lives, impacting us psychologically, relationally. It gives us these amazing ways to connect, right? Maintaining relationships across oceans, building support networks, fantastic. But at the same time, it's fertile ground for comparison. It fuels unrealistic expectations, anxieties about our own lives, our partners.
Yeah.
And inevitably, it can lead to real conflict. From that subtle sting of being phubbed to the serious stuff like addiction and family problems. And now, AI companions are pushing us even further, making us rethink what human connection even is.
I think the key takeaway from all this, the real lesson, is that navigating this digital age isn't just about counting screen minutes. It's got to be about consciously re-engaging with what actually nourishes us, what nourishes our relationships, being really deliberate about how we use these tools, making sure they're adding to our lives, not taking away from our most valuable human bonds.
Well said. And maybe a final thought for everyone listening. As technology keeps evolving, keeps intertwining with our most personal experiences, how will you choose to strike that balance? Balancing the digital allure with the, frankly, irreplaceable value of real face-to-face empathy and connection. What boundaries will you set? What intentions will you bring to both your online and offline interactions to really cultivate relational health, emotional well-being?
We hope this deep dive gives you some food for thought, maybe even spark some conversations about digital habits with the people closest to you. Join us next time for another deep dive into the fascinating complexities of our world.